when Trump first began his campaign, you remember he was talking about like the Greenland shit? Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, we got to take Greenland or whatever. I remember even I didn't take it fully seriously. I knew that he was, they're going to wild out and say whatever, but I can guarantee you the majority of Americans have not taken anything serious.
Hell no. He's just but he's not going to really do it.
Yeah, I'm starting to take this very seriously.
I ain't gonna lie, it got serious when that nigga turned the fucking Gulf of Mexico into the
Yeah,
Gulf of
once we started renaming
the fuck are we talking
things,
about?
For no fucking reason.
At that point, that's when it should have got like serious. So we need to start off. I feel like that mindset at the beginning where we're like, all right, it's going to be a normal day. They're not actually going to do this shit is a thing that we can't afford to hold on to anymore. That time has long since passed. We need to start acknowledging that like shit is happening that all these motherfuckers told us would not happen. And it's actually like, it's dead serious at this point. And it's actually terrifying because when you look at the implications of what the fuck's been happening with how they're talking about Greenland, it can get really scary. So, on Saturday, Trump told NBC News, again, this is like on the 90th time he's mentioned it, but he told NBC News, we'll get Greenland 100%. He said that there's a good possibility that we could do it without military force, but he said, I don't take anything off the table.
Nuts.
What do you mean by that?
You're about to run into a
You're about to...
Wait,
the implications of that is so crazy, too, because it's like, bro, you run into Greenland. Who owns Greenland?
Denmark.
And who is Denmark a part of?
NATO.
So you're really just trying to. This is a suicide.
We've gone from
Mind
being
you,
like,
everybody was saying, "Oh, Kamala's gonna. She doesn't have the emotional intelligence." Nigga shot. You know how many wars she's gonna cause?
Yeah.
This nigga just actually threatened World War
it's
III.
even
It's not off the
crazier
table.
than you think it is because the NATO point is one thing. I actually need to. Is Denmark's a part of NATO, right? I need to
believe
Google
so.
it.
They gotta be. Bro,
I'm gonna. We have live fact checking.
live fact checking.
Here, continue
Here
talking.
from
I
the
got a fact
JAAM.
checker for you.
Jay, he finna look it up. You
Okay.
keep talking.
So so basically how they've been talking about
Yes.
this. It's part of
They're-
NATO.
they're-
Founding member.
Oh, Lord!
1949.
They in that bitch for real.
Kamala's gonna start World War III. She's gonna do all this shit.
Hillary and Kamala don't have the emotional temperament. What happens?
Nigga, that's like if Vlad Putin was back in the day, that's like this nigga walking up to America and be like, hey, George, I got your ass. Nigga, like,
You're trying to
You
fuck
gon-
with
you
the
gon' fuck
founding
with that?
fathers
Yeah,
of
the
this
founding
shit.
fathers of NATO. So now we
Insane,
have
bro.
the way they're talking about it's like, oh shit, this could mean like brawl with the rest of the world on some bullshit. But it gets even crazier. So he's saying we don't take anything off the table. The island government, Trump sends JD Vance and his wife and like a couple other people to
Fucking
Greenland.
babyface
right?
minion.
Yes. The babyface demon.
Oversized.
mind you, he didn't wear a suit.
Yeah, he didn't wear a suit.
Oh,
They
looking
called
like
him out on it too.
Looking like
Good.
Zelensky, they did ask him in the
Good.
press conference, like, why'd you ever wear a damn suit? Which was cool.
Wait,
but
he called out what's his face?
yeah, they were called.
And then you go out with no suit because he thought no one was gonna say something.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro. Sorry,
So
Go ahead.
what happened was the reason why someone said something to him is because no one invited JD Vance and
So the nigga just showed up.
Trump just sent them there. So
Hey, Doge.
yeah,
That's money, Doge.
yeah.
You just sending people places.
Exactly.
and
What the
shit.
fuck? That seems wasteful.
That
to me.
seems wasteful, Doge.
But they
Weak
sent
ass nigga.
JD Vance and his wife there, and the national security advisor, and I think the energy secretary. And they when they showed up, they were trying to find anyone that would be like lives in Greenland that would want to talk to JD Vance and his wife and be like, yeah, we like America. They couldn't find anybody. Not a single person.
Not
wanted
a
to, like,
single
talk to
soul. Not even fucking Skippy
So-
down the
so-
street wanted to talk to this
Yeah.
nigga.
So what happened was after
Niggas
that,
couldn't even propagate.
they were met with backlash. After that happened, they changed their itinerary. They went to a U.S. military base in
course.
Greenland or whatever.
they did.
She was the vice president's wife. The second lady was initially gonna visit like a dog sledding race in southern Greenland, and then the organizers were like, "We don't fuck with you. We did not invite you here." Yeah, they don't fuck with us, rightfully so, because you're just talking about we're gonna have your country.
They just called these niggas lame as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They always got the Vikings on.
Do you know how
Yeah.
insane that is?
These
to
niggas the
go-
fuck out of here.
You-
Nigga.
if you're gonna-
saga shit.
You're gonna go there and they're gonna open arms. Oh,
Yeah.
You're talking about invading.
Yeah,
them.
so
Yes, invade me.
mind you, on every front, the outgoing prime minister said that there would be no meetings between Americans and Greenlandic officials, and the incoming prime minister was like, they're not taking our fucking country. So they're like about it. They're like, we're not doing this shit. And I was wondering why. Because I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Before we get into why, let's look at JD Vance's speech that he gave when he got there. Because he gets there, no one wants him there, and he gives this like gaslighting ass kind of ominous speech. I think I clipped like 30 seconds of it. We can.
JD Vance.
There is no amount of bullying, no amount of obfuscating, no amount of confusing the issue. Our message to Denmark is very simple. You have not done a good job by the people of Greenland. You have underinvested in the people of Greenland, and you have underinvested in the security architecture of this incredible, beautiful landmass filled with incredible people. That has to change. And because it hasn't changed, this is why President Trump's policy in Greenland is what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, that's insane.
Denmark
Imagine
has universal health care.
You
What do
talking
you
about-
mean
you just
we've
came-
underinvested? If that's the case, then America's in hell, and Mexico needs to come get this shit right now.
you gotta really think
Right.
about the white privilege and the fucking gall it takes to walk into a different country. Nobody talked to you. Nobody was expecting you to be there, and you sit on a stage. You set up your own fucking stage and press conference and say, the people don't want you here. They want us.
There.
Nigga, something's wrong with
There
your
has
fucking
been
life.
no
There's
poll.
something up here that's not
there
working.
has been
Something's not
No,
working.
bro, like they really denied like his wife to go to that dog shit. He really called Trump like, we finna invade these. Fuck the bull.
There's been no poll that's been produced that shows that the majority of Greenlanders want to be a part of America. And whose determination is it to say that you have underinvested in these people, and that's why America has to take? What you're saying is, for people who do not understand, if the UK tomorrow landed in DC and was like, yeah, we just decided
about to
that
get
like
these colonies
look
back
at the
going.
disparity. Yeah, look at the
What do you
look at the disparity in healthcare. Look at all the racism. Look at the poverty and shit. You guys have underinvested in your black community, and that's why UK has to set up a sphere of influence and be in America. We'd be like,
huh?
wait a
Like, what?
minute.
No,
You
we're
don't
not
have
allowing
the
that.
ability
So it's like-
to violate another country's sovereignty, stand on a stage and be like, yeah, y'all not doing this shit right. We about to
No,
take
this
this.
has to be a bad dream.
And I didn't even know
This is a
that. I didn't know the
bad dream.
healthcare part. Imagine being in a country where we have no health. Like
They have universal health care. We are over
Then
here.
you gotta pay
we're talking about they're not
$400 for some.
invested in
The ruling
Bro.
faction has not had a health care. I said it already. They haven't had health
You
care.
have to
This is a
pay.
bad dream.
You gotta pay from $2 to like $4, damn near maybe $500 to have a good healthcare
Exactly.
plan.
Does Denmark
These
have,
niggas,
does
these
Denmark
niggas
have
have.
nukes?
I don't
They have
believe
nukes?
so.
Greenland? No?
I don't think
They
so.
need some.
Yeah,
If I,
1000%.
If I was the prime minister, nigga, I'd just start bombing us. Because you didn't just disrespect me like that.
but
So,
Jake,
you
what
just
the
walked into my crib. That's like a nigga walking in your house and be like, I ain't gonna lie. You ain't
don't-
taking care of your house. This my shit now. Nigga, what do you mean?
you out right there.
So I was trying to ask why. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It gets hilariously scary, actually. So a founding member of the PayPal mafia, which is basically all the billionaires that like did PayPal, like Elon and them. It wasn't just Elon. It was Peter Thiel was a billionaire that was also working with PayPal or whatever. And the man that Donald Trump chose to help with Greenland, like as the ambassador to Greenland and everything, is Ken Howery, who formerly served as the chief financial officer to PayPal and is known for their longstanding ties with Elon Musk and Peter Thiel. So we have a group of billionaires who are in this administration. On top of that, it was reported that there was a weird political movement happening where they wanted people like these finance bros, these crypto fucking currency bros, wanted to build their own cryptocurrency powered cities and had expressed interest prior in purchasing Greenland to like try this as like a trial. So yes, we're talking about
type of
techno-colonization.
Simpsons episode?
Walking around
Yes.
ethnic cleansing,
Yeah.
fucking techno shit.
Yeah,
These niggas
so,
need to be put.
They said Dryden
Stoning.
Brown,
Public
the
stoning.
Yeah, they said Dryden Brown, the CEO of the network state-linked Praxis project, has claimed that acquiring Greenland is a part of his movement and part of a broader plan. Peter Thiel is one of the biggest contributors to Trump's campaign and also donated to him in 2016. So they've kind of acknowledged that this is kind of like the direction they want to move. So just as a reference, we are talking about the president of the United States considering military action against another country because some billionaires in his cabinet want him to. Meaning your children are going to be sent to possibly die in any conflict, if these niggas are really like, we're not giving you this shit, and it comes to it, your children could be sent out to die for a land grab.
That shit gonna be
For
crazy.
That
Look,
nobody
all you
wanted,
niggas-
by the way.
resources.
All
No
you
one asked
niggas,
for
all
it.
you niggas that was sitting there, oh Trump, I fuck with Trump. All you,
Front
look,
lines.
all you 18-year-old white men, yeah, you're going to the draft, nigga.
Bro, they're
Front
going
line.
to
Fuck, keep it up, nigga. Keep it
Look
up.
at all
line,
this.
nigga.
When you really put it all on paper, they're gonna send these niggas to die to invade they shit just because they want to test if it could be a crypto city.
Niggas want to day trade.
Yes.
They want to go back.
Just
Fuck her, we
Just
got it.
imagine you get the details.
Not only that, the resource extraction too. They want to just run up in the shit and take the resources from it.
Just for
Nigga,
Bitcoin.
I also noticed, I seen on Fox News, nigga, this was the craziest shit I ever seen. It gets crazier. This nigga, I forget his name. It's like Kevin O'Brien or some shit. I couldn't bother to get that nigga
What,
name.
Mr. Wonderful?
No, it's some random nigga. You've never seen him.
What the fuck is Kevin?
He was on Fox News and he talks about like this whole situation with Greenland. Can we watch that clip? What this nigga says. Jesus Christ. You would think that. Just play it. Just play it.
Well, the latest is Greenland is a highway from the Arctic all the way to North America to the United States. It's strategically very important to the Arctic, which is going to be the critical battleground of the future because
water?
as the climate gets warmer, the Arctic is going to be a pathway that maybe it cuts down on the usage of the Panama Canal. And the Russians and Chinese are all over the Arctic.
Wait, so
what he
climate
said-
change is real, right?
What
Yeah,
he
climate
said
change is real.
was as the climate gets warmer, the Arctic is going to be like the new way of navigation, like through trade routes and everything. These niggas on Fox News just said after all of this time that the climate is getting warmer and we're going to need to take fucking Greenland to secure our trading passages. Pull up the fucking map of where Greenland is.
We're fucking fried.
You know, that's America, that's Greenland. You know what other country they've just been talking about taking over? Fucking Canada.
Yeah.
If we get Canada and we get Greenland, that means this entire navigation port at the top for where the Arctic Ocean is now under the United States control. And one of the justifications that they're offering for that is acknowledging that climate change is real. After 50
all this
years
time.
of
After all
saying that
this
it was
time.
not true, of saying that, the climate change
Nigga,
is
it
every
was
fucking time.
78
After billionaire
in February.
oil,
And now you okay?
fossil fuel billionaires have funded PragerU, Charlie Kirk, Daily Wire, for them to all simultaneously lie to us about climate change. And now these niggas, yeah, y'all was right. But by the way, we got to get Greenland now because of that.
You just threw it in there like, with climate's rising.
They will say
Damn,
anything.
we haven't had any regulation on this front. Y'all niggas was throwing a hissy fit about gas stoves 3 years ago. And now the climate's changing and we need to become imperialists and take
And now we
Greenland.
need Greenland.
Like, what are we doing?
There needs to be a point in time where we acknowledge that this bullshit that they're trying to do, this lying, this gaslighting that they're trying to do is so fucking evident, and none of you can tell me fucking otherwise. This dude was supposed to be the anti-war president. We heard no new war started under Donald Trump. He just bombed Yemen unconstitutionally, mind you. He just threatened to bomb Iran because they won't make a deal that he pulled out of, by the way, because we already had an Iran deal and he pulled out of
he
it
did
in
pull
his
out
first
the deal.
term. Now we're talking about invading Greenland, invading Canada. Anti-war president, mind you.
Anti-war
Fucking
president.
Christ.
Thank you for watching this long. If you haven't already, fucking subscribe. What is you doing?
What is he doing?
What is you doing? You think we just sitting here doing this shit for nothing?
You think you're gonna just sit here and not do
Need
shit?
to
Like
eat.
and share this shit.
Click that fuck. I know you're not subscribed. Click it.